Lights, camera, action. Places. Check. Lights, camera. Wait for it. Be responsive or non-responsive. We talked about responsiveness and non-responsiveness. Check my responsiveness. Check the equipment's responsiveness. Non-responsiveness. Sound rolling. Rolling sound. Like take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many takes it takes to take it. Talk about responsiveness and non-responsiveness this morning. Want a wake-up call? Light's good. Camera's good. I can remember someone expecting a response out of me and shoving me to get that expected response. I feel like hauling off and hitting that officer when he pushed me. I wanted me to less timid and shy and more action and rough and tough. I grew up shy, timid and shy, but in life in the Marines quickly turned that non-responsiveness into rough and tough, lean, mean, fighting machine. Lean, mean, right? Green, mean, fighting machine. Been on both sides of responsiveness and non-responsiveness. I remember getting yelled at and shoved to and fro in boot camp and such, especially on forced marches. We call humps, hikes, long hikes, loaded down with heavy gear. A little bit of water, get a break once in a while, but having to keep a strong pace. And if not, then you were sure to be shoot at, yelled at, and pushed and shoved, getting pushed to get moving. One time I remember being on both sides of that and being pushed, shoved, and then shoving the person in front of me. Pushed too far. When I was shoving the man in front of me, should have been more encouraging and less pushy. He was probably ready to either haul off and hit me, or 2 steps away from quitting or getting injured. Just as I was physically and overly responsive, pushing and shoving, I can be verbally or non-verbally or silently responsive and non-responsive. My words can be encouraging to family and friends, co-workers in the heat of life, or be less encouraging, be like a knife welding, tearing down others instead of building up. I'm to be non-responsive in those times to my own sinful desires to push and shove, or when being behind pushed and shoved, to be deaf and dumb to others pushing us and shoving us. But may I have another. Thank you, may I have another. Figure that famous saying. Thank you, may I have another. Tearing down the mad dog, teasing the mad dog, staring him down, or teasing the mad dog, or other situations many times, once or more than once, is sure to feel a bite back. Now I know when not to bark, holding my tongue, holding my bite in my tongue, holding my bite when under others' overly dastardly responsiveness. As I read Psalms 38, verse 11 through 17, such as David writes in his rough times dealing with that such thing. Yeah, verse 11 through 17, Psalms 38. My lovers and my friends stand aloof from my sore, and my kinsmen stand afar off. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things, and imagine deceits all the day long. But I, as a deaf man, heard not, and I was as a dumb man that openeth not his mouth. Thus I was as a man that heareth not, and in whose mouth are no reproofs. For in thee, O Lord, do I hope thou wilt hear, O Lord my God. For I said, hear me, and lest otherwise they should rejoice over me, and when my foot slippeth, they magnify themselves against me. for I am ready to halt, and my sorrow is continually before me. So my challenge to be non-responsive to my sinful desires to push and shove, or when behind, pushed and shoved. But reasons like these, as David writes, to be more reprooful. And thee and the big man upstairs guide me in my step, not to shove, and to be less or non-responsive when wanting to trade blow for blow. Other times it'll be times where we're in the heat of it, talking, walking, or lumping, or marching. I want to be pushy and shovey, well, physically and verbally. I need to hold my tongue, halt that bad stuff, and build up, not break down. So Brent the Blabber signing off for now. Certified, never die.